So when you think of what dynamics and what the forms look like, you now have a function available in your app where you can enable, it's called actually the new look and feel for your forms. It doesn't only apply to opportunities, so it applies to all like leads, accounts, whatever forms you're having. So the main difference is basically, I'm going to jump in the system later on to show you there, because like from the screenshot, you don't see much maybe. The ribbon, so the top menu basically is standing out more. It was more like in the background before, it was not like highlighted as much. Also, what Microsoft did is like the fields that you're currently working in will be highlighted with a blue line below. So sometimes like you click in a field, you didn't start writing yet, and you're like, okay, which field am I in? So you will see that straight away. What always triggered me somehow was the lookup fields, like what the lookup fields looked like. So they were very present, right? They were like in bold letters, very highlighted. So Microsoft took that back a little bit, and the lookup fields, like the potential customer, for example, they embed more into the new form. Then when enabled, you also have in the opportunity, for example, the predictive opportunity scoring, which is something you would see on the right-hand side in the screenshot. And that is something that relates to the opportunity pipeline view as well. I will show you what that looks like, and also open an opportunity where we can see more details, and I'll explain a bit more about that. But the AI driven insights will be shown in the opportunity as well. And what is interesting, and you might know that from Microsoft Teams, like we see that in the screen over here, we see that there is two more pictures showing. So this basically tells me as a user, these two people are currently viewing exactly the same opportunity as I am viewing, which can be interesting. So you might want to, I don't know, kick people out or ask, what are you doing there? I don't know. Or people are working in the same data record at the same time. So it can be interesting to know who's also in your data record. And as I mentioned before, the new look and feel, you can enable it app-based. So if you have two model-driven apps, for example, you can say on the one, I want to have the new look and feel, and on the other one, maybe you don't want to have it. So that is pretty straightforward, and it's just one click away. Nothing will break if you enable it, so I can only recommend it. Let's focus on the form first. So what I was mentioning is like some things have changed on the form, on the view not, so I will open a data record. So the first thing I mentioned was the ribbon. So the ribbon is like more, it came more to the front, if I can describe it like that. Let's just finish loading. Right, then I mentioned that the fields that I'm writing in are now highlighted. So let's take the, I don't know, current situation. You see the blue line. So if I write in here, this one is underlined, then this one is underlined. So this is more like a help for the users to make it more intuitive to work with a form. Then the lookup fields. I don't know if you can recall from your memory how present these lookup fields were. They are now like more in the background, so they're not as present as before. So they're not in bold anymore, which I like from a like looking at it point of view. We do have the opportunity score, which is like the AI driven stuff in here. So it gives you like an AI insight of this opportunity. So it will give you a grade, right? It has grade A to D, so A, B, C, D. I will go more into what is the grade when we look at the opportunity view. It will give you information on what can I do to improve my opportunity to make it more likely to be won. So in this case, well, maybe prepare a workshop or something, or here it says budget existing is yes. 63% of opportunities with an existing budget are 1, and that is higher than the overall win rate of 33%. So basically what the AI does is it looks into existing opportunities, like, for example, won opportunities in the past years. It compares the data, and at the end, it basically tells you, okay, based on the opportunities that we've had and that we learned from, I can predict that this opportunity has a percentage of, in this case, I don't know, 66% to be won. Sometimes it can be very funny what the AI analysis does as an analysis. Like in this case, it says like the zip code is 80331. So this is like a down part for winning the opportunity. Why? Because there is a certain percentage of opportunities from this zip code that were lost in the past, for example, right? And it's like the data that it gives you, like the score improvers and score harmers, they change depending on the opportunity, really. Like, so it is worth like reading what it tells you, basically, right? So this is the AI-driven part that you can embed to the opportunity. And the people viewing the data record, like I don't have anybody looking at my demo data record at the moment, so I don't see the additional people up here. If there was, I would see who is also viewing my data record.